Hello Facebook people, I'm Konstantinos and today we're going to talk about creatives. Some advices on how you can do better creatives. Let's talk about that. What is the most important things for the success of an ad account and having good results and good profits? First of all, the numbers of the company. If you're selling something for $10, for example, maybe it's not possible. Have good AOV, a good offer, be competitive in the market for what you're selling. And the second thing, the creatives. We can see that even in a period that AI is so dominant, even on the creative side, but we can still see that even in a period like this, where Meta wants to automate everything, the only thing that is not going to automate is the creatives. We need to put thought behind the creatives. We need to put all of this effort behind the creatives because the creatives are the ones that are giving us better results or worse results. Without creatives, we cannot have good results. Hi guys, I would like to interrupt this video in order to talk to you about my Facebook ads course. It took me 6 months of video editing everything and 3 months of video shooting. And because of that, I have created the best Facebook ad course in the world. Inside, you're going to find super advanced information, but information also for beginners. It takes you by the hand in order to teach you how to do Facebook ads from the beginner level to super advanced level. It has inside Loom videos from cost caps, speed caps, Loom videos from CBO, ASC optimization. It has chosen 5 sessions, inner circle sessions, and it has a lot of theory with whiteboard, also strategies that are working all of these years, things that I have developed, things that I know that are working because I have spent millions and millions on the platform. Currently, I'm spending between 5 and 10 million every month, sometimes it's even more, across 30 accounts, and I have access to many more. So I know what is currently working and all the latest trends, and this is what I'm doing inside the course. I'm showing you live ad accounts with real spend and what is working right now. And if you want, you can click the link below, you can go and you can check some videos that I have open free for you so that you can check if you like the course or not and decide if you want to buy it or not. I will see you there. So let's go on my PC. I have prepared some slides to show you about how you can do better creatives, things that we haven't discussed so far in the channel, and I will see you there. So one of the most viral ways of doing creatives is doing UGC videos, okay, user generated content. But one thing that most people are neglecting, and this is what we're going to focus on, is that they are not giving scripts to the people. I need to tell you that a lot of people want to be influencers, just few of them are able to, and even fewer, they are the ones that they do it properly. Being an influencer, it's not like I'm taking this and I'm saying, hey, I'm selling this and stuff. No, you have to do things in order to put it into your daily life. So you're going to say, in order for you to sell the pen in a way that's not going to look like it's an ad, you know, that today I woke up, I made a coffee, and I took my diary to just write my thoughts about the day, or a notebook, what they have to organize their time. Then I did a little bit of calligraphy with this pen and stuff, which I love, blah, blah. And you're not trying to sell it, you are just presenting it on how you're using it into your life. The same thing that we're doing also with the ads. We're trying to show to the people how they're going to use the product, because if they're just seeing a product without the use, then we're not creating the need for them to buy. So the other people, because they like the influencer, they're going to relate and they're going to say, oh, I would like also to do that. Well, after doing it, okay, let me take also the pen to do the calligraphy and all of that. So there is no one way to brief creator. This is something that I see brands and agencies get wrong all the time. They have a set template for every single ad they make with creators. And that makes sense operationally, but it ends up with all of your ads looking the same. This is coming from an agency, by the way. So they say that we tell to our strategists, just do whatever you think most clearly, communicates the vision you have in your head for the ad across to the creator on the other side. And they show template and stuff. So these are the templates. We have concept brief over here, concept overview. Then we have concept briefed the full script for the creator, for the editor and all of that. Then iteration overview. Then we have concept. And this is the way that this agency is actually working with the creatives. A very good setup so that everyone has clear instructions on what they need to do. Whether that's a full script briefed, complete freedom, a Loom video, a 4-play board, whatever. And that also varies by industry and by creator. For supplements, we almost never get complete freedom because creators will say something they shouldn't. We all know that. For food brands, we rarely give full scripts because authenticity matters more. Generally, I think that the top 10% of creators are better without scripts and the bottom 90 are better with scripts. The thing that I told you earlier. So this is one thing to consider when you're doing UGC. Don't just let them do their thing. Of course, you want the personal touch and all of that, but just guide them. And yes, there are creators that they don't need a script because they're extremely professionals and they're content creators and they just didn't happen to become famous. Let's talk about the other thing that a lot of times people talk about, inspiration about the ads. And let me tell you that about this, I have also my the way that I'm researching on with the help of AI, of course. It's called the pain point method, and we have also the review cluster analysis that you can take ideas based on the reviews on what you're going to do. Now, over here, let's read it. You'll find way better inspiration on the organic feed than you will do in ad libraries. Instead of just copying competitors who are copying their competitors, who are copying their competitors, I found way better inspiration on the organic feed recently. All we're trying to do with our ads is replicate what prospects see on the organic feed. So it makes sense that we look here first to give us ideas for content we create that blends in to stand out. I can't tell you how many times we've done this, send it to a creator, got it recreated, and it goes and becomes a top performing ad. TikTok is great, but I actually also love YouTube Shorts. I think it's highly unrated for ads inspiration. YouTube Shorts is highly unrated for ads inspiration, and it shows here some examples. Let's watch them closely. Stop wearing jeans, styling jeans, this kind of style, okay? And here you can see it put men's jeans, okay? So you can put this kind of stuff. Pro tip, I use the foreplay Instagram DM integration. Whenever foreplay is something that a lot of people use, I think it's a good thing. Whenever I see something I want to save, I just send it to foreplay business account and it saves right to my foreplay account. I use this literally every day. If you want inspiration to all of that, you can go with that. Let's go to the next one. Next one, and in my opinion, super effective. It's storytelling for ads. Understanding storytelling makes you indispensable, okay? Storytelling is not an easy skill to acquire, but it does make producing great ads a heck of a lot easier. The biggest mistake I see is surface level problem in identification. If you're selling skincare for acne, don't just talk about spots. Go deeper into core human desires, confidence, relationship status. For example, a very stupid example over here, I know, sorry for what I'm going to say. You can present that there is a girl that has acne and is getting rejected by boys. All of this is going to create a human emotion. It's the thing that I'm telling you about the ads. I'm not saying that you should do it, but I'm just saying that people who do it, they have better results. It's up to you what you're going to do with your ethical stuff and how deep you want to go. But what it says here, don't just say you're going to treat your acne. Try to create the emotion behind it. For example, the fact that she's going to go to the school with super confidence and she's going to ask for the prom. I don't know if these things still exist in the United States, to go to the prom with her crush, for example, okay? Things like that. Or you can say, for example, something even more emotional, that she managed to become an actor after treating her acne because she could take the role after all. She managed to become a model. She had a very good body, but this was the problem, so she chose the career that she wanted, and many, many more. One technique I love is the 5 years old test. Instead of optimizes your microbiome, say it's like a traffic light in your gut. Green lets the good stuff through, red stops the bad stuff. Or instead of my acne got so bad, try I canceled dinner with my friends because I couldn't cover my spots. Then close the loop at the end of the ad. Now I go out without even wearing a makeup. Okay? For example, one other example for the weight loss niche, for example, is this. You don't say I lost the weight. You can say I lost the weight, now I can play with my children without any problem. For the older people that they have problems with arthritis and all of that, we all have seen ads saying that Now I can take my grandchildren to the playground and I'm not afraid that I'm not going to be able to handle them and stuff like that. And of course, you're not going to say handle them, you're going to say, and I'm having fun with them, you know? It's not anymore a torture. Another good example was instead of talking about joint pain, Top Performance said my knees used to go snap, crackle and pop like Rice Krispies. That visual emotive language is what separates good ads from great ones. Okay, so this is another thing that we cover, and now we're going to see some examples that I have made with the help of ChatGPT. So let's see these examples. Skincare confidence. Okay, this cream reduces wrinkles. Last year I stopped smiling in photos because I hated how deep the lines looked. Now my daughter says, "Mom, you look younger than me." Okay, these kind of things. Week, lose 10 pounds in 6 weeks. I used to climb the stairs at work and pretend to check my phone so nobody would notice. I was out of breath. 6 weeks later, I ran up 3 flights without even thinking about it. Next one, track your expenses easily. I used to avoid checking my bank balance because I was scared, blah, blah. Now, every Friday, I get a notification that tells me you saved 120 this week. For the first time, I feel in control. Okay, let's see a little bit more of other examples. For example, language learning. The week is learn Spanish in 3 months, okay? Then the other one is last year in Barcelona, I ordered dinner by pointing at the menu because I was too embarrassed to speak. Now, 3 months later, I just had a 20-minute conversation with the waiter about his favorite football team in Spanish. Personalized work plans for everyone is for fitness coaching. I used to Google random workouts and quit after a week because nothing changed. Last month, I picked up my kid without back pain for the first time in years because the plan was finally built for me. And so more, okay? These are just some examples that you can use so that you can understand that your message can be stronger. Don't think that this is just a copy. This is the message that you can use inside the ads. The stronger copy is the copy that we use inside the videos or the images, not necessarily the primary text and stuff. And let's go to the last one, which is something that some people neglect a lot. Longer ads are winning. This is probably the biggest shift I'm seeing across accounts right now. Many of our best performers don't introduce the solution of 20-30 seconds, with some top spenders being 4 to 5 minutes long. We've literally taken multiple top performers and stitched them together to create these mini VSL style stories. There's no such thing as an ad that's too long, just an ad that's too boring. So VSLs are working very well. A lot of people are using VSLs, and I think that this is something that you need to start also introducing. I hope that all of these things are going to inspire you, take you one step further to the creation of your creatives, and you're going to do better because creatives are very important for the success of an ad account. I will see you for the closing of the video. So that's all. If you want to go to the more technical stuff and you want to learn about CPU optimization, how you're going to utilize these creatives better, how you're going to test them and all of that, then you have to go for my course. My course is not leaning heavily on creatives. We're talking a little bit about them, but it's more about the technical side and how you are going to be able to utilize each creative that you're getting to the best possible scenario and know that you're testing them properly, you are budgeting properly, and you are scaling also, or even downscaling when it's needed in a proper and correct way. You can see all of the reviews. There's a free trial so that you can go and try and see if you like the course. There are no refunds so far. It is the best meta ads course in the world. It's also on discount that you're not going to be able to have in the next months. So go and take it now. I have also my mentorship programs, but there is no point of talking about them because everything is full, and I will have new spots by the next year. We will see, maybe everyone's going to stay, I don't know. And until we meet again, guys, be creative and be cautious.